and you need to bleed that program. This is you, this is us, and this is Carlsbad.
Get it tight, get it tight, get it tight. Get out, you want to.
Sit back.
Carlsbad is a town half an hour north of San Diego with a population of about 100,000 people with long-standing tradition. Only just recently is Carlsbad High School's football team and their subsequent traditions coming to light on a national stage.
I remember this spot exactly. One thing I have is a good memory. This is where I met my team 4 years ago. Now it's all over.
What was your favorite memories from the past 4 years?
Can't say I have a particular memory, but my favorite types of memories are just hanging out with my friends, messing around in practice and during our lifts and conditioning. Yeah. Just awesome people I got to play with. May not have ended the way we wanted it to. May have ended too fast, but it was fun, and that's all that matters. That's what football is. That's what high school football is. It's just fun with friends that'll be your brothers for life. Remember June 14th when we first met?
It was as COVID started slowing down, so we could actually get together and have a summer camp. And then I remember the first day I was excited. I didn't know it was gonna be so hard, but after the first day of camp, bro, I was dying. Dizzy. Because that was probably the hardest workout I've done.
Gut threw up probably about 3 times, and his dad is his own coach.
We were out squatting in the bar because it's first time
June 14th, 2021 was your typical Monday. For Nate, myself, and 70 others, however, it was far from it. We all began our high school football careers that day, and 4 seasons later, all that is left is memories. Memories of our freshman year still battling the pandemic, memories of our sophomore year battling injuries and depth issues, and finally memories of our junior year on varsity going 10-0, led by 5-star, now Ohio State quarterback Julian Sayin, who is back for revenge in the San Diego Open Division playoffs.
I've been losing sleep, what to do? Could somebody come?
In our 5th straight Open Division playoff appearance, the highest pedigree a team can reach in Dago, Carlsbad was out for blood after a crushing defeat the year prior to Lincoln High School. In order to get back to Snapdragon, the Lancers first had to get through a previously unheard of team in the Granite Hills Eagles.
Hand in mine, yeah, we are one step closer. Can you feel it, baby? It's the end of the line. It looks like we made it.
Both sides fought hard in repeated attempts to gain the upper hand, but momentum never seemed to swing either way. The score was tied at the end of regulation, so both teams had to duel it out in overtime. Carlsbad would start with the ball and score. All they needed was one stop to win the game. Tragedy struck when the Granite offense converted on 2 4th downs, the latter of which scoring a touchdown. They elected to go for the win right then and there with a 2-point conversion, where 1 yard could be the difference. And it was. Granite upset Carlsbad as the underdog and would go on to complete the Cinderella story, upsetting Lincoln at Snapdragon for their first Open Division title.
We talk a lot about expectations, and you could argue that my class hasn't lived up to those expectations. 6 and 3 is freshmen, 4 and 6 our JV year, and of course that senior heavy team our junior year. But what has it been like watching my senior class, almost 40 guys, develop over these past 4 years?
Yeah, it's just, it's a testament to your class, the character within the class of guys evolving, guys continuing to compete and not giving up. You look at guys like Timmy Livingston and Noah Suffredini, Remy, real important parts of our O-line. who really didn't play much varsity football. And like you said, it's not like they were dominating in the lower levels, but just kept at it, kept working hard. I think that's super gratifying, without a doubt.
Due to these circumstances, the theme for our senior class became Doubt Us. That only meant that the upcoming offseason was going to be much different than ones previous. Carlsbad alumni and Super Bowl champion Brett Swain tailored the saying Deep Waters to describe Carlsbad football's larger-than-life work ethic.
We believe that anybody wants to play us. We believe the longer the game goes, the better team will win. If you're in a disagreement in shallow water, that's one thing. But when you take somebody out to the deep water and they can't put their feet down and they actually have to compete with you and there's nobody that's going to save them or help them, that's where we feel like we excel. We feel like we're just built a little different. Maybe some people are scared of swimming in deep waters, but we're not.
Dago is home to numerous legends in the world of football. NFL and college superstars Julian Sayin, Alex Smith, and Reggie Bush all made names for themselves within the county, and multiple players have continued to build on that legacy, proving San Diego to be one of the top hotbeds for football talent. This competitive atmosphere forces the Lancer coaches to differentiate their program from the others.
Well, it's hard to really judge. I mean, I have a pretty good idea of other programs, what they're doing, and we just try to be different as far as how we train and the intensity of our training. And I think the most important is just being consistent. I think a lot of programs, a lot of coaches will get lazy and slacken, loosen up a little bit, and we just don't. I really feel like San Diego has elevated in the last 10 years as far as we always have great stars, but now we just have more of them. Yes. You know, the juniors, the Reggies, those are once in a lifetime type players. But now we're getting more consistent players that are going to play at such a high level and stage. So it's been fun. And I love being able to coach against so many college and NFL stars. It's a tremendous opportunity.
The time had finally come for the Lancer football team to be put to the test and see if all of the doubts surrounding their team was unwarranted or not. Despite a loss to fellow Lancers at Thad McNeil's former coaching spot, Lakewood, it didn't take long for Carlsbad to regain their footing. Coach Mack's reputation as the QB whisperer, having produced 18 scholarship quarterbacks over his coaching career, helped lead CBAD back into open division form. The Lancers were back in black after rattling off 4 straight wins heading into their bye week, all 4 wins in blowout fashion. With momentum now on their side, the Lancers were feeling good heading into the biggest game of the season, homecoming. Carlsbad High School opened in 1957, most of its students being transfers from Oceanside High School. In honor of their first day at their new school, Oside residents paraded down the Pacific Coast Highway in what is now replicated in the Lancer Day Parade almost 70 years later. This tradition, as the only high school in San Diego with the homecoming parade, may soon be coming to an end, however. This doesn't prevent its locals and many alumni who have returned to Carlsbad to coach football from reminiscing and celebrating their Lancer pride.
My senior year was all about the last moment. I soaked it in. I grew up in Carlsbad my whole life. My wife, who I met my sophomore year, so she was in the crowd too, so we celebrated.
And together with friends and a lot of football guys and stuff. I mean, I'm friends with a lot of football guys that I played with, so just building those memories with the guys and stuff.
Having all your family and your friends come out to it, and even your old schools come, it's just always so exciting. We get a sold-out crowd every single time, so it's always just so much fun to play.
Most memorable moment, I would say, was probably just winning the game. You know, you always want to go to homecoming and win, so it makes everything else a lot better.
Carlsbad kicker coach Bob Porter, like Brett Swain, tailored his own saying, garage game, to better capture these pivotal moments in these young men's lives.
When you're about 50 years old or older, you're going to be in your garage and go, dang, that was a great memory. I'm never forgetting that game. In my garage, I have 50 to 100 things that I have gotten from my kids or my games that bring back special memories.
This year's garage game wasn't going to be easy, as they'd have to take down league rival Mission Hills, a dominant program known for producing top prospects such as 49ers linebacker Fred Warner and Saints wide receiver Chris Olave. The first half came and went, and the Lancers found themselves trailing 28-14. They were in danger of losing their first league game since 2018.
Yes, sir! Okay, so turn the up! Get nasty! Be mean! Do what we do here and play ball better than everybody else! That's what we do! Do your job, right? Yes, do your job and we will finish on top, I swear to God! We will finish on top because you are the better team every single day. You are the better team. You work harder. You're more dedicated. You come in on Saturdays and you bust your ass for these moments.
It wasn't over yet. Carlsbad came out of the locker room firing and dropped the deficit to 7 with one last shot to win the game. But they couldn't come out on top. Carlsbad would go on to scratch and claw their way through injuries and adversity to a 7-3 record, barely missing out on the Open Division playoffs. Instead, they would have to spend a year in D1, but would get a shot at redemption against the team that started this series in the first place. Both sides would go back and forth, and the Lancers once again trailed late with a chance to steal one away from their opponents. Down 16-22 with only a minute left, Carlsbad called an audible and took their shot over the middle. The pass was intercepted, and Granite Hills would kneel the ball down to clinch yet another road win over Carlsbad, and the careers of many of us would come to an end. The Carlsbad football class of 2025 won't be forgotten, and it's the team's resilience and perseverance that will make sure of it. For the majority of us, our journeys come to an end. The memories, on the other hand, never will. As we go on to live our lives, we will always carry that same Lancer pride at all times, something we'll never take for granted.